Hey everyone, Kevin Gesme here again with another landmark film review. I just got back from the Oriental Theater where I saw the 2018 animated short film program for the Oscars. Every year the Oriental Theater gets the live action and animated short film programs. Check my other video for the live action reviews. I'm going to throw up spoilers here just to let you know because it's kind of hard to talk about a short film without going into spoilers. Basically, just describing the plot effectively spoils the entire movie. I'm going to go through these in the way that they were screened to me, so this isn't a best to worst. This is just what I saw from first to last. First up was Dear Basketball. Based on the poem Kobe Bryant wrote to announce his retirement, Dear Basketball puts sketched imagery to a kid training and pushing himself to become the greatest basketball player of all time. Except he wasn't. Spoiler alert, I hate Kobe Bryant. It was well done, if a little basic, but I just kind of really hate Kobe. So this was always nagging at me the entire time when I was watching this one. There's a lot of heart to it. If it had been really any other basketball player, I probably would have really loved this. But it's just Kobe, and I don't like him at all. And that's all I have to say about that. The second film screen was Negative Spaces. Negative Spaces is a French stop-motion film that I think was the most effective in its use of medium and style. The way the articles of clothing and sets interact with each other is mesmerizing. It's the most heavy emotionally of the films, dealing with a son and how he remembers bonding with his dad. His dad traveled a lot, so for him to learn how to pack his bags and then pack for his dad, it was just an interesting way of demonstrating how the little things end up being huge moments in relationships. It also ends on a pretty dark joke, which I enjoyed. It's definitely a punchline type of short film, but it really lands. The third film shown was Lou. Lou is Pixar's effort, and I would have really much have rather gotten this over the Frozen short that we got in front of Coco. Lou is the lost and found monster, and it takes umbrage with the playground bully who is stealing other kids' toys. Lou figures out one of the items in the lost and found belongs to the bully, and it gets the kid to return all of the stolen stuff and also everything else in the lost and found to just the other kids on the playground. In the end, Lou is gone because there's nothing left in the lost and found, but the bully has learned to be a more caring person, and everyone else is happy now that they've either got their returned items or something that completed them to make them feel whole. It's a pretty simple story that's sweet with a pretty kinetic chase scene that's effectively the entirety of the film. Just a really fun watch. Fourth film shown was Revolting Rhymes. Based on the Roald Dahl poetry of the same name, Revolting Rhymes does a stellar retelling of the stories of Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, and the Three Little Pigs. With every other short there have been under about 10 minutes, you would have thought that this one, going the length of 29 minutes, would have felt its length, but it says it's part one, so I assume there are more to this short film franchise, but I just wanted more out of it. This was easily my favorite of the short films shown. The character designs are classic. They look a lot like the old sketches that would come along with Roald Dahl books, but also stand on their own. Wit is sharp as you would get from a Roald Dahl story, and I need to see more. I need to see more of this one. This was great. I loved it. The fifth film shown was Garden Party. Garden Party is gorgeous first and foremost. The first shot is so photorealistic you think you're actually not watching animation for a second. You wouldn't have thought it was an animated film until the frogs started behaving oddly, in particular when they interact with each other or with items around the house. There's a particular one that tries to get at some treats, and you snap back to feeling they've got a little too much emotion going on to them for this not to be an animated film. The twist of this is that it's all taking place in a mobster's house after a break-in and murder. The house actually gives off a lot of Scarface vibes. The film ends with the actual party getting started, and when the dead and bloated corpse of the homeowner rises to the top of the swimming pool, and it kind of caps a perfect dark little comedy. And that's the 5 that were shown. In between each of the films, there was a short little vignette from the Petite intermission. Just weird stuff. There were also then 3 films that were shown for consideration, or were honorable mentions, I guess. Chu being a story about dragons inventing fireworks, Weeds being about weeds following their dreams, and then The Lost Property Office, which was this dark and dreary film until it becomes uplifting. You can see why each of them might have had a shot at being nominated, but all 3 of them, like, you just wanted an extra thing out of it. Overall, with the exception of Kobe Bryant's movie, I'd throw 5 out of 5s out of all of these. I love short films. Still sad that we don't get more of these in front of our feature-length programs. Don't know how we managed to change that, but somebody really should. I've been Kevin Gesme, and this has been the Landmark Film Review. Hey everyone, thanks again for watching. Check over here for my reviews of the live-action shorts program. Like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Hit the bell icon for notifications for when I post a new video. And comment down below. Let me know if you've seen these films, what you thought about them, and what you think about short films in general. Thanks again for watching.